A man was shot several times this morning in East Central. His injuries are life-threatening, and it turns out a different man was shot and killed on that same block last month.
Major crimes that investigated the first shooting and then this one to see if there's any correlation between the two.
Not a day goes by that I don't feel like that tragedy has turned into a blessing.
They both lost siblings in the same car accident. Now, more than a decade later, the two family friends are now husband and wife.
All of these areas shaded in red are under a drought emergency. Experts say it's going to be a tough fire season. Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Mark Hanrahan.
Good to have you with us. I'm Jane McCarthy. For the second time in just a month, police are investigating a shooting on the same block in East Central Spokane. The latest shooting happened this morning on East 5th Avenue and Fisk Street. Police say the victim was shot several times and has life-threatening injuries.
It comes a month after a man was shot and killed at that same location, and that has a lot of people asking, are these two crimes connected? KREM 2's Shana Waldtower has the latest tonight.
Yeah, it was right here in this same spot where there was a memorial for a man who died during a shooting. Now, about a month later, police are back again investigating another shooting. This raises the question of if they were connected. More crime tape, same location. It was just about 3 weeks ago when police responded to a call about a shooting at this small apartment complex. The victim was later identified as 35-year-old Jason Allison. He died of his injuries at the hospital. And now there's a line of police cars at this same home. At about 9 this morning, police responded to a call of another shooting. The male victim was taken to the hospital with potentially life-threatening injuries. Now, a large part of this investigation is police determining if this shooting is connected with the one in April.
Major crimes that investigated the first shooting and then this one to see if there's any correlation between the two. We'll apply for a search warrant to search the inside of the residence for evidence, and they will canvass the neighborhood to talk to anybody who may have seen or heard something related to this shooting.
O'Brien says Major Crimes is also looking through surveillance video from the neighborhood, but he still strongly encourages anyone with any information to report it to Crime Check.
The sooner we get good, detailed leads, the sooner we can try to track down some suspects and bring them to justice.
In Spokane, Shana Waldtower, KREM 2 News.
We are following some breaking news out of southeastern Idaho tonight. Idaho State Police issued an Amber Alert for a teenage girl. The FBI believes the girl on the left here is in danger. She is 17-year-old Sandra Rios Chavez. The FBI believes the suspect on the right, Miguel Rodriguez Perez, kidnapped her from a Wendy's parking lot last night in the town of Jerome. Sandra may still be wearing her Wendy's uniform. The suspect is driving a 2015 black Audi like the one you're seeing on your screen right here. The plate is an Idaho plate 2J83179. Police say they may be heading toward Las Vegas. If you see them, you are asked to call 911.
I would say in general, it is a very difficult thing for someone to do.
Well, this week we'll hear from a domestic violence survivor. You may remember her recent story. Her estranged husband stabbed her, left her for dead, and then took off with her son. Police tracked him to a home in St. John where they recovered the son safely. The husband, though, took his own life. KREM 2's Alexa Block spoke with the victim's advocate to talk about how difficult it is for survivors to share their stories, but also how they can empower others to get help.
Inside the YWCA, victims of domestic violence find safety and help.
You know, everybody's case is so different, but for me personally, it's empowering to watch women stand up for themselves, for their families, for their children, to stand up for, the justice that they deserve.
Cami Schiller is a YWCA legal advocate. She helps survivors of domestic violence navigate the legal system and find resources. One of the hardest steps in the process, she says, is the first one, talking about it.
I would say in general, it is a very difficult thing for someone to do. When they're talking about reporting, it's really kind of airing your dirty laundry, some of those intimate details of your relationship, and also being uncertain if you're going to get the justice that you're hoping, or if it's going to have the outcome, or your partner's going to get the help or treatment that they need.
Schiller says she's noticed when survivors hear from other survivors, they're more likely to get help.
Yeah, at times that can definitely happen when someone realizes that, again, they're not alone, they're not the only one that's going through a harmful relationship or an unhealthy relationship. It can give another person the empowerment they need to speak up or speak out about what's going on in their day-to-day life with their partner.
So if there's someone out there watching this and they feel like they might be in a bad situation, what can they do? What are their next steps?
Yeah, I encourage anybody to come down and just speak to one of us. We're 100% confidential, and we can really help weigh out some of those pros and cons, talk about a safety plan of what it looks like as your next steps for reporting or what really is best for your family.
Alexa Block, KREM 2 News.
A North Idaho family says they're looking for answers following the disappearance of a family member. It's been over 2 months since 54-year-old Ray Berwanger was seen, but just last week her ex-boyfriend was arrested after confessing to using her debit card.
Now, to be clear, he is not charged with her disappearance. KREM 2's Taylor Vito has more from her family.
That woman was last seen in this rural part of southern Bonner County. Her family tells me that she would check in with friends and family on close to a daily basis, and it's for that reason why they're worried and they're wanting closure.
Something happened. I knew from the beginning as soon as this went down.
The family of Ray Berwanger says there are several red flags here. This is a photo of the 54-year-old. It was in early March when her family, who lives in the Clagstone area of southern Bonner County, says they last saw her. Berwanger had a falling out with her boyfriend, who she was living with. This is that boyfriend, Jordan Law. Berwanger's brother-in-law had helped her remove her things from Law's home.
It's been rough. There's no closure.
It was a few days after that which Berwanger was reported missing. Documents show that when questioned by detectives, Law said that he sold her his car and she took off. He wasn't sure where she was headed, possibly to see family in Florida. Her family didn't hear from her.
She called every day. I mean, she never not called.
But in the days immediately following her disappearance, Law was spotted on security cameras at 2 banks withdrawing money using Berwanger's debit card. He was also driving the car he claimed he sold to her. Court documents say Law initially lied to detectives about using her card, but later confessed. Law was charged with crimes related to stealing her debit card. As for Berwanger's disappearance, detectives are only calling him a person of interest and say the investigation is active. Her family wants answers. They say her dad is a murder victim stemming from a home invasion decades ago.
And so this is like another replay, another family member possibly being killed again.
If Berwanger is out there, the family has one message for her.
Come home. And don't make everybody worry.
And if you have any information about Berwanger's whereabouts, you're urged to call authorities. In Bonner County, Taylor Vito, KREM 2 News.
In other news, nearly half of Washington is under a drought emergency. This map is from the Department of Ecology. Today, Governor Jay Inslee declared an emergency for the areas shaded in red, and that is because the snowpack is currently less than half of what it typically is for this time of year. The lighter pink, like the areas surrounding Methow and Okanagan, have been in a drought emergency since the start of April.
Unfortunately, experts with the Department of Ecology are predicting a warmer, drier summer.
In the immediate future, parts of North Idaho could see some showers. Tom is in the Weather Center tonight, tracking that for us, Tom.
Yeah, I think also the Palouse by tomorrow afternoon is going to see some heavy rain at times, but we'll also see seasonal temperatures all week long. You see the rain now is over on the west side of the state. Not seeing much activity here in eastern Washington. Plenty of cloud cover, though, and it's a bit breezy. Winds out of the northeast at 15 miles per hour. We have a current temperature of 61 degrees. We'll look for an overnight low of 46. Partly cloudy with a chance of showers tomorrow. Again, a much better chance down into the Palouse by tomorrow afternoon. Look for a daytime high of 69 degrees. Look ahead to the weekend, long weekend forecast. 74 on Saturday with a chance of rain, partly cloudy and warmer on Sunday. May see 76 degrees. I'll check your Memorial Day Monday forecast coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Tom. Well, you have likely heard about the growing problem of antibiotic resistance.
This is an infectious disease problem that's not going away.
So that is a Washington State University researcher talking about the fact antibiotics are starting to lose the fight against some of the most powerful bacteria. The problem is real and getting worse. But I learned there is work happening in our region aimed at trying to turn the tide in the war against superbugs. So we'll bring you that story tonight on KREM 2 News at 6 o'clock.
Well, students may be able to ride Spokane City buses for free this summer. City Council members are voting on the proposal tonight. If passed, it would allow Spokane Public School students to ride city buses for free and access parks and pools for free. The pilot program would run through June 13th, from June 13th through September 15th. We'll be sure to let you know what happens at City Council tonight.